We like old adverts.
Hello and welcome to another episode of We Like Old Adverts. I'm here today with Jim and Joe as usual, and we're going to watch some funny old adverts that we really like. I'm going to go first with a Roses one.
Thank you very much for repairing my tire. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very, very much. Thank you very much for the loan of your dryer. Thank you very, very, very much.
Cadbury's Roses, their favorite centers, all lavishly covered in delicious Cadbury's chocolate, make roses the sweetest way to say,
Thank you very much, you're one in a million. Thank you very much, thank you very, very, very much. Thank you very much for feeding William. Thank you very, 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 very.
Say it with Cadbury's Roses.
Why does he
Well,
put all the
alright,
carb
isn't it?
on it?
I know, it's
Good
weird
point.
that, isn't it?
Pour him out on a
Come on, kids, do you want to eat off the car
Eat
again?
them off the lid of this car?
I'd have eaten off a car as a kid if there were roses
They're
on the
all in a
bonnet.
wrapper. It's
We've
just a
just
very
watched it as
unusual
well.
distribution system. You know, do you want to pick one out of the box? Tough luck. Go to the
Yeah.
Volvo. See what happens. It's weird.
It's a lovely hot day. We're going to wash the car and then we're going to eat off the car. We're going to eat chocolate, something that melts quite
Yeah.
quickly in sunshine. But so
Where'd you
eat
get the
up quick.
chocolate from? Oh, I performed a favour for somebody and they thanked me with a box of roses, which is actually marketing genius, isn't it? That was the thing.
Yeah,
Like that was
yeah,
a thing in your head for a while that you would get someone a box of roses as a thank you.
Yeah.
And I think roses, they're different now, right? They're all the same chocolate. Is that
They
right?
did that for a bit, and then it got a bit of a backlash against it.
Yeah.
and
So
because
that-
you got newcomers like Heroes and Celebrations,
Mm.
and they're very distinct. So they went,
Yeah.
let's do, and it didn't work. So they've gone back.
Roses versus Quality Street. I mean, it's Quality Street all day for me now. But
You are a
back-
very
back
ITV
then-
kind of Nestle kind of guy.
Not at all. Not at all.
Essex
Um,
kind of tacky family.
No, that couldn't be further from the truth.
It does sound
But I
like
think-
it though, Jim. He has
Yeah, I'm
sold
sure
it
it
in a
does.
way.
But I think that they were the big two, weren't they? That was
They were,
that was
yeah.
it was not close. It was Barcelona Real Madrid at their fiercest.
man.
See, I was a Roses kid, and I'll stand
Yeah?
by it. I've lost so many fillings to toffee pennies you won't believe. And
Worth it.
yeah, I'm not going back.
Absolutely worth it.
You have to suck them like they're a Victorian treat. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
Victorian treats. Some
Even then, you got
humbug
to work for it.
or
You
a
gotta suffer
currant.
for it in
Yeah,
some
well, you
way.
want I don't want currants. I don't want marzipan. Give me some caramel. Salted
This is-
caramel, thanks. Delicious.
Oh,
Yeah.
brilliant! A zombie grape, great. But I like the guy who is returning.
A
What is it?
hairdryer.
He's the hairdryer.
He's got
Yeah, yeah.
he's got
He's like,
more in his mind than a thank you.
He's
Yeah,
horrible. He's
yeah.
He's got a lot
absolutely
on his
horrible. I
agenda, that
hate
boy.
him.
Oh,
got a
no, you've
terrible
got him all
agenda.
wrong, Jim. I like him a lot. I like him a lot.
What do you like about him?
I like his suit and his hair. And I like that he's asked to borrow that, even though she's clearly in desperate need of it back. She's very aggressively stood behind the door waiting for him to return this hairdryer with wet hair. Like, where is he? Come on, come back. But he's got time to just nip to the shop to get a thank you box of roses before just giving it back. He's wasting a lot of time. But I like that about him, you know.
I
He
know what he's after.
cares for this woman. Yeah.
Yeah.
he-
I don't think
I
his
know he's
hair even needs a hairdryer, to be honest. I think he's contrived this whole thing to spend time with her. But he's also doing a weird thing where he's all dressed up. So what, he's going on a date now with a different woman? What's this guy's game? He's a creep. I don't like him.
Do you know what I liked most in that advert? I think I liked the 1 in a million bit.
Yeah.
Because I don't know who it is. It might be his girlfriend or his wife or his mum. The camera quality is not really good enough to decipher who she is. But he's just nice to her, isn't he? You just
Well,
1 in a million. Here's
You
some
read
roses.
between the lines, he's essentially saying there are 60 other people like you in this country alone. Cadbury really stuck with that scaffold song
Thank you very much for the 80 liars. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very, very much.
for a long time, didn't they?
yeah.
But it worked,
That was
didn't it?
their central marketing strategy. They went even cheaper in the 90s, didn't they? Christmas after Christmas, it was between 3 and 6 people singing "Thank you very much" to the camera in a shopping
Yes.
mall.
Thank you very much for being my best friend. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very, very much. Thank you very much for being my sister.
Thank you very, very, very.
And they did that about 6 Christmases in a row. It was very strange. Oh, little pop quiz. So the Scaffold did "Thank you very much." The lead singer of the Scaffold, do you know who his brother is?
John Lennon.
Connell. It's Paul McCartney.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it?
Wow.
Yeah. It goes to show that
Bloody
talent
hell.
isn't always genetic. You know what I mean?
No.
Did they do the Lily the Pink then?
They did. Well,
Is that the
drink,
scaffold
drink,
as well?
drink, yeah.
I knew
So,
that was
yeah,
Paul McCartney's brother.
I'm not aware of the scaffold. So this is a real band that Cadbury's have hired to create a jingle and just like present as, hello, we're the scaffold doing a jingle.
This was a hit in the
Embarrassing.
60s.
Oh,
Thank
right,
you very
okay.
much was a hit, and they also did Lily the Pink, and they were kind
And
of
they've redone it.
singers / poets. Like Roger McGough, the poet, was in them as well.
I like to class pop stars as poets. Some
Some of them, mate. Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
David
Some of
Gray
them
and
well
stuff.
deep.
Yeah.
Lady
Thank you.
Gaga.
Yeah.
So next up, we've got one from Jim Campbell. So let's have a look at it.
Easy Off Band Power Cleaner has the power to remove stains like soap scum. To remove
Soap scum free.
just spray and wipe wherever there's soap scum. To remove
Soap scum.
better than scrubbing bubbles. Better than scrubbing bubbles. Bam, bam, tiles, tubs, shower doors, sinks. Bam, bam, tiles, tubs, shower doors, sinks. It even has the power to remove mind scale. The power has the power to remove mind scale. Just spray it on and look at that shine. Look at that shine. Easy off, easy off, easy off. Bam, and you're done.
Yeah.
An
That is
advert for
separately over.
morons. That it's for absolute morons. That
Well,
advert.
it's the American equivalent of Cillit Bang, isn't it? Very,
Which is
very clearly
funny
the
because
branding's the
I've
same.
seen it's Barry Scott, isn't it? Hi, I'm Barry Scott. I've seen an advert with him in it in America because I remember thinking it's Beatlemania all over again. British culture taking over, but they obviously didn't think it could last because here we are with Bam instead of Bang. It's such a rubbish alternate name.
I don't know what came first. I think that one's actually even more kind of jarringly arresting than the Barry Scott one, because Barry Scott, unfortunately, not a real person. I think we all believed he was, but I don't think that's the case. It's just it's
Hang on,
quite
he's
catchy.
fictional.
Yeah, I'm pretty
And
sure.
they came up with the name Barry Scott. I mean,
yeah,
dream a
but
dream.
but the whole point is how kind of weird it is, right? Of how in your face it is. And Barry Scott is so normal that when you shout it at someone's face, they can't help but remember it.
Yeah, maybe.
This one, who's having so much trouble with soap scum? Like,
This lady,
why is that
this
such
lady's
a big
stuck in a
problem
time
this
loop.
woman's life.
Yeah.
It's like soap scum, scum. Like, get over it. Just like it can clean soap scum and other stuff.
How many different ways can you say that? I think that's the genius of it. At one point, there's like a little sort of computer cursor just on the screen. It's like, whoa, this advert's from within a computer screen now for no reason. Now back to this boomeranging woman. It's quite a catchy song as well.
She was
I like
my
it.
favourite bit of it because I thought it was quite refreshing to see someone that looks like her on American telly. 'Cause
Yeah.
she's totally normal. Usually it's like wall to wall Karens in these adverts. Like, can I speak to the manager? Hair like a newsreader and all. This lady's just your mate's mum listening to some EDM for some reason. And I think she only had about 4 shots in the whole thing because they repeat the same like dun 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 a million times. They make the same point over and over again. It's for the absolute crazies out there.
And so far as I can see, it only cleans soap scum. I just exclusively soap
Sinks.
scum.
Sinks.
Yeah, but clean soap scum off sinks.
Yeah, true.
It's got a little bit of, you know, that song by Yellow, the bow bow.
Chicka chicka. That
one,
one. Yeah. In
From like every
was it Ferris
80s
Bueller's
coming
Day
of
Off?
age movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a tiny hint of it, but it's enough for it to sort of stay in your head.
Oh, it's not even really a song that I do like it.
No,
Though.
it's brilliant. It's like the 80s condensed into some sound that you're right is not quite a song. Some sound.
And finally, we've got an old classic that's a lot of people's favourite advert of all of time. And this one's yours, is it, Joe? You brought this one to the table.
Yeah. Well, I picked this because a lot of people asked for it, and I don't know why.
On your last trip, did you discover what the Earth people eat? They eat a great many of these. They peel them with their metal knives. Boil them for 20 of their minutes. Then they smash them all to bits. They are clearly a most primitive people.
For mash, get smash.
I don't know. I like it.
I like that.
I like that they're laughing at us. I like that it gradually builds to the point where at the end they're all going,
I love the one
potatoes.
who's up like the wrong way around on the desk.
On his back.
You just can't control. I mean, it is properly iconic, isn't it?
Yeah.
Are adverts really ever that iconic? But as far as in the remit of adverts, this one's always brought up as one of the best ones.
Do you think it was because at the time something like that was quite rare? Because we've seen a lot of sort of 70s adverts, and it is quite different from the sort of stuff that was on at the time. It's quite high concept, and it is quite cute while also being quite menacing at the same time.
Yeah, I like this idea that mashing your own potatoes is quite a caveman thing to do, whereas smash is the future. It really didn't age well that at all, did it?
No. I don't know. It's weird, isn't it? The idea of getting a little cardboard tub of potato is pretty horrific.
I don't even know what smash is. Is it powder? I mean,
I think so. Yeah.
'cause I love potatoes. Potatoes are such a hard-working little tuber, because every bit of them's fantastic. Chips, mash, roasts, just crisps. Potatoes are ace. But what is it? Potatoes they're using it?
Yeah,
Mash
yeah.
isn't that hard.
It's mash, isn't it?
But
Clues
I
in
know-
most of the name.
I know, but there are lots of things that claim to be something that have none of it in. Beef
Fair.
crisps.
Absolutely fair. I cannot hear that jingle, even though it says it on the screen. I can't not hear it as "For mash get smashed."
For mash, get smash.
It's a lovely little jingle at the end. Oh, mash get smash. Oh,
And it's
angelic.
It's really at odds with the rest of the advert as well, isn't it?
Completely. It sounds like if I died and all the clouds in heaven were made out of mashed potato, I would hear that. Oh, it'd be lovely.
That'd be
wouldn't it?
cool.
Do you know what I love on that advert? The stance that the little red guy's got. He's like off to his side a bit, and he's looking back like, the Earth people are idiots. I love it.
He's
Just-
clearly the
just
leader
angle.
one as well, isn't he? Yeah, because he's
King of
red
all
and got
smash
an
bots.
angle. Yeah.
Why
Good
did-
angles.
Why does he specify that we cut potatoes with our metal knives?
Yeah.
I think it's suggesting they use some kind of laser or something super advanced, whereas we're stuck using perfectly.
They've overdone it there, if you ask me. Like, they don't need lasers and stuff when a knife will do. The knife will cut it just as good, maybe even better because it doesn't char anything.
That sort of primitive attitude is why they're laughing at you, though, Con.
Yeah, well, laugh all you want. I could probably have one of them little robots.
We don't know how big they are, though. There's nothing for
that's the
scale,
point,
is there? They
yeah.
could be giants. They could be absolute giants. We just don't
Yeah,
know.
but if they're eating mash,
we do know how big they are because they have a potato in their hands.
Oh, yeah, of
We've all
course.
seen
Yeah,
it.
no, fair enough. Fair enough.
yeah, a little bit smaller than me.
Yeah,
So
I think you're probably right.
definitely do one.
The thing's, aliens not realise that we invented smash as well. Like we've got the option of potatoes mashing with our hands and metal knives.
Well, do we know that we did? Maybe they invented it and we ended up selling
This is
it
getting a bit heavy
via
for me.
Cadbury's. Via Cadbury's, of all
Cadbury,
things.
we've got 2 Cadbury's adverts in one. We only just realised as we were starting doing these today that 2 were by the same company. We probably should have swapped one for another, but I don't care. I'm glad it's in. What are the chocolate people getting involved for?
No,
Do they
you
not
know
do a
what?
chocolate mash.
I do remember this now, because do you remember if you'd been going through like a tub of roses, you'd be absolutely gutted if the only one left was the smash one. Oh, horrible. Just dusty.
Oh, what's that?
But at least no aliens made of Tupperware are laughing at me anymore. I've got that.
That you know of.
Not quite.
So that's it for another episode of We Like Old Adverts. Thanks for joining us. Hope you
Thank
enjoyed
you.
it. And please leave any comments down below if you've got anything you'd like to tell us. And like and subscribe. That would be great. Thank you. Bye. He's my brother, him.